Hello, people of the sociology class. My name is Khalix Berharu, and today I've decided to give you a mini lesson kinda about what on earth positionality is, because we use it in our daily lives, we use it when we're not realizing it. Positionality is everywhere. And why in a video format? Well, I've been on the internet for way too long, and I decided to myself, hey, tutorial videos with like cool pictures are cool. Let's do that. So I hope it's really enjoyable and not just a pain to sit through me talking with this digitized version of me. But don't worry, I promise I'll make this humorous but also educational as well. So let's get to it. Okay, what is positionality? I talked about it like a bit, but not really much in the beginning part of this video. So I'm here to talk about it now. It's like, it's basically talking about yourself, in a way? I mean, there's a better definition about this. Could someone, like, toss me a book or something? Ow. Right. Well, definition of positionality. Anyways, according to Queens, positionality refers to where one is located in relation to various social identities. The combination of these identities and their intersections shape how we understand and engage with the world, including our knowledges, perspectives, and teaching practices. So it's basically just learning about yourself, but more on a deeper level. And we've kind of used this bit like a lot in our daily lives. For example, you ever have to go to a doctor or something and they give you information to sign down like a piece of paper, like your name, your sex, your age, your race, all that stuff. Then congratulations, you've done positionality for a bit, and that's the key. It's just learning about little bits about yourself and who you are as a person. But it can just be a lot more deeper than that than you realize. And there are certain things that could be technically positionality. For example, what's your educational status like? What's your mental health like? How big is your body size? What's your housing lifestyle like? Are you wealthy or not? How many languages can you speak? There are so many different ways to identify yourself as a person with positionality that we never realize it. And I think the reason why a lot of people don't use positionality to talk about themselves is because, well, it's a real huge struggle. Not really many people focus on trying to figure out positionality on themselves because they're struggling to figure out what counts as a positionality or what's beneath the surface that we were taught / given to from our daily lives, which is I think one reason. Another possible reason is because, well, it feels kind of selfish, you know, talking about your own self in a way, which is not. You're learning about your own self and your positionality in a sense. There's nothing selfish about that. Enjoy talking about your own self. It makes you figure out who you really are. Unless you talk about yourself daily like a narcissist or an egotistical person, or worse, both, then by all means, please, don't talk about yourself. We don't want to hear more about yourself. Okay, this is the part of the video where I use myself as an example for positionality. Otherwise, what's the point of me making this video? I am a young adult African-American female. I'm part of the LGBT+ community, being pansexual and gender fluid. I'm the oldest daughter in my family household, who right now are currently divorced, and the only daughter in my family household. My belief in faith relies on Christianity. My body size is slightly above the average norm, but I am trying the best to slim it down. And my very own lifestyle growing up was kind of between poor / middle class at the very least. And looking back on all this stuff, I feel like I am possibly screwed up right now. With me being both African American and living in the poor community for a while, I've been hit with a lot of bully comments and talk about. Considering, you know, I'm black, that means I know the latest gangster stuff. And since I live in the poor community, I should know the deets and the inside out about it. I would be minding my own desk in high school right now, and people every now and then will come up to me and ask me questions apparently about, living in the hood. So, like, what gangs happens around there? Do you deal with, like, prostitutes? What's your favorite gun type? Mine's the AK. I don't know any of this stuff. What are you talking about? And because of me speaking up and telling them every now and then that Compton isn't like that, there really isn't much gangs, nor guns, nor violence in the area, I've been dubbed and made fun of being constantly called Glock Girl, or not black enough in the sense, because you live in the hood area, you should know about this stuff, because you're black, right? Sorry I don't live in, like, a nice, luxurious, like, paradisal mansion where you live at. I'm sorry I'm not, like, that privileged enough to afford money to not experience all of this stuff. My sexuality and my gender also corresponds heavily with my Christianity and how I balance them out. I grew up in a Christian household, so I follow the Bible to the T, like it's my life or sense, my ride or die. And every now and then I hear often, via propagandas and such, that God doesn't love people who are gay. If you are gay, then God won't love you and you will be condemned to hell. Something like that. And young me thought, okay, I guess I should follow that. I don't know what gay is, but I'll follow that and will not be that. Well, fast forward a couple, months. I was talking with a friend at school, and it turns out that we were having a nice, amazing conversation. My thought process went, oh man, she was really cool. I really like hanging out with her and hanging out with her more. She's also really pretty and... Wait, that just turned out gay? And then my closeted journey begins. I've been kind of secretive for it for a while. I thought to myself, maybe I was something wrong with me. Maybe I should just, get a boyfriend and figure it out. Spoilers. Getting a boyfriend at a young age of, middle school does not help at all, and it just deepens and makes it worse. At some point, I kind of came to terms with who I was, but being very scared and closeted, I never fully came out. Because on top of that, not just Christianity standards, the news also made it a really, really hard time for me to actually come out. Because, the amount of hate crimes, slurs, the amount of abuse there was, the bullying. I was scared to even bully myself because I was a weak baby. Later on the line, I was able to actually confirm and expose myself, come out to my own mom. I was very nervous, but knowing my mom, she would, trust and care about me. So I went up to her with my heart very nervous and told her, hey, there's a possibility I am possibly gay and part of the community that also is gay. Please tell me you would, still love me in this sense. And her response was, look, I don't care who you fall in love with, as long as they're not a jerk person, you do you, boo. And I was, relieved for a sec, because my goodness gracious. She was still kind of confused and asked, a bunch of questions of my whole ordeal, but still supportive nonetheless. And thankfully, I'm glad my family member is supportive, because if I outed myself to some random person, I think I would have gotten myself a lot more hate. Body size is also a problem I hate having the most. If I'm going out to a store or a mall and I want to find a pair of cool pants to wear, there's a high chance that I will never be able to find it in my own size. Not because they don't have it, obviously they'll have it, but majority of the times it's because they're more catered to thinner people, slimmer people, fitter people, people who I can never be, even if I exercise my heart out and eat healthy. I've seen too many mannequins and going out to stores, and many of the clothing I see are fit to those who have a slimmer figure type deal. It makes the sense that if you buy this clothes, you'll just be like me. You'll be amazing, fit, and super hot. Which, no, it doesn't. It feels like it's more on the opposite spectrum of self-consciousness. I feel self-conscious about my body a lot. And finding outfits that I want to wear, but the reality sets in the fact that I won't have the chance to wear it because it will not fit me as a person, it hurts. Sure, you'll have sections and such that will cater to those outside the norm, but they're usually on the back of the store or something, or really, really hard to find areas, which sucks. In the reality of that, people want a better fit. They want a nice figure, they want someone who's a pretty model girl or a hunky man in the sense, and that's what people swoon over. Not for like the regular body types of just, you know, regular body types. You have to be this certain style, otherwise you'll make it into the world. Otherwise, if you're not, then get out. You don't deserve it, and I hate that for the life of me. I would rant more about my own positionality and my injustice fairness, but I have a feeling I'm running out a lot of time in the whole grand scheme of things. But I'll leave off with this. Positionality has helped me a lot to figure about myself and who I am as a person. It made me think more about myself than I really could never imagine. And I hope with a little tidbit information, you was able to think more about positionality and how it helps in your own daily life. And now, because I told you this, you're never gonna like forget about it, and you're possibly gonna think about it like every single chance you get. But besides that, I think positionality is a really good, helpful format, and it should not be taken lightly. So go out there and use your positionality on like a random person or yourself. Use it on yourself first, and then a random person you know. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.